My son excluded me from the Hawaii vacation I paid for. At 11:02 p.m., 2 days before our long-planned family trip to Hawaii, my phone buzzed. The message was from my son Nathan. Mom, Tanya wants to keep this vacation just for her side of the family. Please don't take it personally. You've already helped by paying for everything. I stared at the screen in disbelief. For 3 years, I had been saving for that trip. Every flight, every reservation, every activity had been paid from a travel fund I created after my husband James passed away. The trip wasn't just a vacation, it was meant to be a family memory. A chance for my grandchildren to visit the place where James and I spent our honeymoon decades ago. And now I wasn't invited. I sat alone at my kitchen table, looking at the suitcase I had already packed. Inside was a framed photo of James and a lavender candle I planned to light on the beach in his memory. Suddenly, none of it mattered. The next day, I received the final itinerary from the travel agency. I opened it, hoping there had been some mistake. There wasn't. 8 names appeared on the reservation: Nathan, Tanya, their children, Tanya's parents, Tanya's sister, her sister's boyfriend. My name was nowhere on the list. For a moment, I simply stared at the screen. I had paid for everything, yet somehow I had become the only person not included. That evening, Tanya called. Her voice was cheerful. We're almost done packing, she said. Everything should be set financially, right? I asked quietly, should I bring anything for the kids? Games? Snacks for the flight? There was a pause. Then she replied, oh no, we've got everything handled. Honestly, this might be a good opportunity for you to stay home and relax. The conversation ended a few minutes later, but the message was clear. This wasn't an accident. This was intentional. After hanging up, I opened the lockbox where I kept the travel documents. Every booking was linked to a single account, my account. I checked the details. Account holder, Marilyn Rose Monroe. Authorized users, none. Balance $21,763.84. For the first time, I stopped thinking like a mother and started thinking like the owner of the account. I didn't make any decisions that night. Instead, I made a cup of tea and sat quietly. The more I thought about it, the more obvious the truth became. They hadn't forgotten me. They had simply decided they didn't need me there. Only my money. The next morning, I sent Nathan a simple text. Let me know if the kids need anything before the trip. The message showed as read, no reply. Hours passed. Nothing. That silence told me everything. I opened my banking app. The travel fund appeared on the screen. Under settings was a feature called freeze mode. One click would stop every future charge connected to the account. I stared at the button for several seconds, then I pressed it. A message appeared. All outgoing transactions paused. Manual authorization required. I clicked confirm, and that was that. 2 days later, they left for the airport. While drinking coffee at my kitchen table, I saw Tanya post a photo online. The caption read, "Off to paradise. Family only." The words hit harder than I expected. 10 minutes later, my phone rang. Nathan? I ignored it. A text followed. Mom, can you check the account? The card isn't working. Then another. We're having problems checking in. More calls arrived, then voicemails. Mom, please call me. The rental company says payment was declined. Something is wrong with the account. I listened to none of them. Eventually, another message arrived. If this is because of the text, can we please talk? Not an apology, not an explanation, just panic. Around noon, I received an email from the resort confirming that the villa reservation had been canceled and refunded to the account owner, me. By the end of the day, my phone showed dozens of missed calls. But instead of feeling guilty, I felt something unexpected. Relief. For the first time in years, I wasn't being taken advantage of. That evening, I opened my laptop and started a new list. At the top, I wrote, people who deserve to be seen. Underneath, I added several names: Carol, Louise, Beverly, Frances, Nora, Dottie. Women from church in my neighborhood who spent years caring for everyone else while receiving very little in return. I called each of them, one by one. Hawaii, they asked in shock. Why me? My answer was always the same. Because someone should choose you. A few weeks later, 7 of us arrived in Hawaii together. The villa overlooked the ocean. Palm trees swayed in the warm breeze. For the first time, I felt completely welcome. Every evening we gathered around the dinner table. We shared stories. We laughed. We talked about our lives. our losses, and the dreams we had postponed for everyone else. I placed James's photo in the center of the table. No one complained. No one moved it. No one treated me like an inconvenience. One night we lit candles and shared advice we wished we'd received when we were younger. Your worth isn't measured by what you give. You don't have to earn love. Being needed isn't the same as being valued. The words stayed with me. By the end of the trip, I realized something important. I hadn't lost a family vacation. I had gained clarity. 3 days after returning home, an email from Nathan appeared in my inbox. He admitted things hadn't gone as planned. Then he got to the real reason he was writing. The canceled trip had cost them money. Credit card debt was piling up. Would I consider helping financially? I read the message twice. Not once did he truly apologize. Not once did he acknowledge that they had deliberately excluded me from a vacation I funded. They simply wanted money. Again, I closed the email. Some lessons don't require a response. For years, I believed love meant endless sacrifice. I thought being a good mother meant always saying yes. But there is a difference between generosity and allowing yourself to be used. Freezing that account wasn't revenge. It was a boundary. And the week I spent in Hawaii taught me something I should have learned long ago. The people who truly value you will never ask you to disappear after you've paid the bill. The moment I stopped funding my own exclusion was the moment I finally found peace.